Behavioral economics is a combination of economics and psychology. And essentially, it is an understanding of why people make the decisions or make the judgments that they make, which are not always necessarily in line with what economic models would tell you that people should do. One of the examples that explains it most clearly is something like pensions. Everyone knows that at some point they will need to have funds put away in a pension. And if you were assuming that people always behaved in ways that are rational and logical, then everyone would, at a certain point, recognize that they must put money away for their pension and save for that future date. But they don't. And they do a whole series of things like they procrastinate and they decide that they will wait until they get an increase and so on. It's understanding why do people behave in ways that you would not always expect them to. And how do you then use that knowledge, or how do you use that understanding, behavioural economics, in order to communicate with people in ways that may be more effective? And that's why we in Carr Communications, we've spent so much time over so many years working with people, working with organizations, working with agencies, communicating with clients, communicating with staff, communicating with customers, communicating with stakeholders. And we have a very deep understanding of how do you best communicate with the various groups with whom you need to communicate in order to be highly effective. Behavioral economics now gives us an additional layer of insight to bring an even more granular understanding, or a more forensic understanding, to what ways might we change or amend pieces of communication in order for them to be more effective in reaching their audiences, but also in bringing about the desired change.